Hey guys, Steph here. So we decided to make some videos talking about politics and presidencies and voting for presidencies. And honestly, I'm not talking about who I'm voting for president. I feel that there's so much attention that has been drawn to this topic of who should be president, and it's become a zoo. No, actually, I like animals. I like circuses. I don't even know how to describe the mess that is American politics right now. And it's just really sad. Instead, I made a short list of some things that I think are important things, some political issues, if you will, that I feel kind of strongly about and that I think should be talked about more. Maybe not necessarily like on this channel regularly, but I feel that they should be talked about more. Things like dissolving current campaign funding, because goodness knows too much money is putting too many people with too much power into higher political spheres, and too many people have to compromise their belief systems in order to get to those positions. And so it's like everybody who's up at the top choosing political things, our major politicians, are all corrupt because they owe somebody. But seriously though, there's a lot of things that I feel very strongly about, including things like minorities' rights. And when I say minorities, I mean all the minorities. Why do we even have minorities anymore? You know, why are we having these issues still? We have all this great innovation, but we still are struggling to have things like, we still have Black Lives Matter and Women's Lives Matter and Native American Lives Matter, and it's just, why can't we just see people as human beings? Why can't we all come together as the human race and freaking just love and respect each other and like connect on the same level instead of, I mean, I get it. You're grown up. You're conditioned within the society that this is the way it is. But it's like, even now, I'm looking at my social media and things like, should little boys paint their fingernails or their toenails is coming up. And it's like, why? Why are we starting this already? Why are we doing this? Why are we still like this in this current day and age? Why can't we be like kids? There's a lot of things that are going on within the world and the USA in large that make me really upset. When I was in South Korea, one thing that really bothered me a lot was the current state of the healthcare system because of Big Pharma and all of these other things. In South Korea had a single-payer healthcare system. Everybody paid out of your paycheck. I think mine was less than $200 a month went into paying for my healthcare, and it was affordable. I had surgeries, I had all kinds of things. I had hospital stays. I was in the hospital for like 3 days. Yeah, it cost me like $1,000 on top of what I was already paying, but that was reasonable. You know, I could go to the pharmacy, not the pharmacy, I could go right into the doctor, see them, get x-rays for like $7. Like, there are so many other things, like your natural, normal, everyday healthcare was extremely affordable. And why do we still have like these problems like cancer? It just makes me so angry. There's so many things that probably they could be more available, and we could have solutions for them, but it's kind of against the corporation's interests in order to have those things happen. Speaking of healthcare, mental health care, it's still a taboo issue, and clearly, very, very clearly, we need it. We desperately need it. There are veterans that are committing suicide. I have a friend whose husband killed himself. PTSD, not just like for veterans, but also other people. I myself struggle with PTSD, and it sucks. It really sucks. We should have healthcare and mental counseling. Why are people paying out of pocket ridiculous amounts to just see somebody and talk to somebody. Why is this not available for everyone and looked down upon? Why is this still a taboo thing? There's a lot of other things that I wrote down, but I just want to kind of go through them quickly. Other things that bothered me were things like fracking. I'm from Pennsylvania. There's a lot of people who relied on fracking, but there's so many other places that money could be put into. I'm all for clean, green energy, but I don't think that fracking is the way to do it, especially because we're polluting our water systems, and that can't necessarily be cleaned up, as we have seen. You know, let's get rid of all of this bottled water stuff, and let's just take care and clean up our actual water supply. And yeah, put the money towards infrastructure. Clean up our water systems, repair our bridges, fix our roads, make the society a little bit better. Maybe you'll have a few less problems, just maybe. Improve education, put money towards education. Make being a teacher a job to be respected and desired and admired. You know, I taught, and I didn't even teach in a system that I feel is as difficult as the American education system. The amount of energy and effort that teachers put in, I mean, 30 kids, that's 30 lives, okay? Maybe more in a classroom. They should be paid in gold. That job should be more valuable than any lawyer's job. I feel very strongly about this. And there's a lot of other things I could probably talk about, like free internet should be accessible to all, and the fact that we should have less mega corporations and more smaller mom and pop shops, because that's where people get together and they actually care about each other and they actually care for each other. But I'm kind of sounding like a hippie hipster thing. The last point that I will make about this, like, political stuff that I think is that we should know what's in our food, because things like food is important, and what is in our food, and are we poisoning ourselves? Are we actually causing these diseases and this issues by what's in our food? Where is it coming from? I have a garden. I used to hunt. I feel very strongly about that. Like, I feel that you should do that. You should know about your food and where it comes from and the process, so you take appreciation for it and you don't take advantage of it. So that's it, you guys. Love it or hate it, those are my thoughts. If you like this video, click the like button and don't forget to subscribe. That's it. I will see you all very, very soon.